If you had any problem at all with Hillary Clinton, you should have twice as many problems with Joe Biden. Joe Biden's raising a lot of money in Hollywood. Buttigieg may be the flavor of the month for Hollywood, but Joe Biden got their number when it comes to donations, man. They love Joe Biden. Oh, man, Joe Biden hauls in nearly $800,000 from A-lister Hollywood Fundraiser last night. 800 grand, baby. Pete Buttigieg may be the Democratic running for president, soaking up the LA spotlight, but the South Bend, Indiana mayor is going to have to do a lot of work because he's going to contend with Joe Biden. Never met a Wall Street executive he didn't like, never knew a banking regulation he wouldn't rip down if it was going to help a bank, because those have been his number one contributors. In fact, it's kind of strange. Like, we got Hollywood and we got Wall Street. They both give the Joe Biden in unprecedented numbers.
It's not about who's going to make the best president. It's really about who's going to beat this man, this horrible, horrible president.
Ain't that special? So Joe Biden leading in the dough and in the polls. If you believe the polls, I don't believe the polls. Do you believe the polls? Don't believe those polls. For Mayor Pete with the fundraiser at the home of Gwyneth Paltrow. Among the guests expected to be at the event for Pete, West Wing and Handmaid's Tale alum Bradley Whitford, co-host of last night's Biden Shindig, Jeffrey and Marilyn Katzenberg, are tonight co-hosting the Beverly Hills fundraiser for Buttigieg. Anyway, it goes through a list of people who attended, and they're giving a lot of money to Joe Biden, $800,000. In his approximate 20-minute speech, Biden touched on a number of topics, such as working to help the middle class. No specifics. You know, we need to work together. You know, when I was with Barack, you know, when I told him, don't endorse me, don't do it, I would take it as an insult if you said I was the best person for the job. Barack, don't do it, buddy.
So I didn't want it to look like he was putting his thumb on the scale here. And that, you know, that I'm going to do this based on who I am, not by the president going out and trying to say, this is the guy you should be with. So that's why I asked them not to.
Please don't do it. I don't know what I'd do to myself if you actually did that. I would be so horrified. Because the last thing I want to do is be a part of a political party that would put our thumb on the scale.
The best vice president America's ever had, Mr. Joe Biden.
Someone told Joe Biden, according to him, you don't have a choice, Joe. You have to run. This isn't about you. I didn't choose the job chose me. It's my duty as an American citizen to get in here and make sure Bernie Sanders doesn't get elected. I mean, to stop Trump. Folks, whether it's Pete Buttigieg or it's Joe Biden, one of the things that these Hollywood people are going to have a problem doing is telling me why. You know, other than the completely brain-dead ideas, thoughts, saying platitudes like, we want to unite everybody. It seems like being a president or running for president is the only job where the people who get to decide who does that job don't care about what you've done.
It's not about who's going to make the best president.
They care about things like, does he make me feel good? Yeah, do I think that other people will feel good if he in there? That would be a nice change. You know, if you wanted to be, I don't know, dog catcher, head dog catcher, they want to know how many dogs you caught. What's your dog catching skills like? You know? Got any testimonies about how many dogs you rounded up? Do you hurt the animals when you catch them? Are you kind to the animals? What's your success rate? on dogs. None of these questions are asked about a president. No, and then to ask them are to be helping Trump or Russia. You couldn't want to be the head packager at Walmart without somebody saying, hey, you ever packaged groceries before? Let me see you package a few. Let's see your skill set. Is there somebody I could call and check with to see how you did the packaging at the other Walmart wherever you used to work? Oh, no real track record, huh? Well, maybe we could get you in a training program. We need people that start in knowing what they're doing. Sorry, sir, we can't accommodate you here. You have no job experience that is applicable to the position that we're seeking to fill. But not as president, though. Hey, you can get somebody like Joe Biden who has a track record of helping out Wall Street and banks. And people say, I don't care about that. I don't care about those banks being deregulated and Joe Biden was a part of that. Hey, man, he could bring people together. Who? People that used to watch Golden Girls with the people who used to watch MASH? What people exactly is he supposed to bring together? People who have dentures and people who use chairs to walk? I mean, I'm not knocking the old. I'm getting older every day. Believe me, I know. But what I'm trying to tell you is there's got to be a reason why you're saying he can bring people together. And who might those people be? You better not say black folks. And if you're a black folks saying Joe Biden gonna bring you together, you need to do a little bit of research. Because if you have any problem at all with Hillary Clinton, you should have twice as many problems with Joe Biden. The guy, like Hillary Clinton, she worked on the campaign for a segregationist. Joe Biden wasn't segregationist. Damn idiots up here listening to these fools. The man actually supported segregation and was against busing. That's getting you out of your crap school into a better school back in the 60s, but back in the 70s, 80s, he was against that.
Gentlemen and ladies of the Senate.
One chapter receiving fresh scrutiny comes from his earliest years in the Senate, when he strongly opposed mandatory school busing. It was designed to achieve integration and a more equitable education. It was the mid-1970s. Biden favored desegregation, but not through busing. What's less known is how he followed the lead of some of the Senate's most fervent segregationists. In a series of never-before-published letters reviewed by CNN, the strength of Biden's opposition to busing comes into sharper focus. On March 25, 1977, Biden wrote, "My bill strikes at the heart of the injustice of court-ordered busing. It prohibits the federal courts from disrupting our educational system." Biden sought and received support from Mississippi Senator James Eastland, the Democratic chairman of the Judiciary Committee, and a leading symbol of Southern resistance to desegregation. He frequently spoke of blacks as, quote, an inferior race. Biden reflected on that era earlier this year.
They're a bunch of racists. There was, James O. Easton of Mississippi, Strom Thurmond, and so on. There were 9 guys who were in the caucus that were, I ran against in the civil rights movement.
But he did not say that Eastland and others were partners on several of Biden's anti-busing bills. On June 30th, 1977, Biden wrote, "Dear Mr. Chairman, I want you to know that I very much appreciate your help during this week's committee meeting in attempting to bring my anti-busing legislation to a vote." Then in 1978, Biden again asked Eastland to put his anti-busing bill before the full Senate, writing, "Your participation in floor debate would be welcomed."
Those letters I find somewhat surprising given Senator Biden's or Vice President Biden's current position and potential candidacy for the presidency and his position as a liberal. Those are issues that he's obviously going to have to answer for.
You said surprising. Surprising in what way?
Well, the fact that he would solicit the support of staunch segregationists, James Eastland as well as Jesse Helms, introducing legislation as opposing busing at that time.
So don't sit up here and tell me, don't talk to me about, or Tim, you just don't like the Democrats. No, I don't like Dixiecrats, mofo. I don't like liars. I don't like bigots. I don't like fondlers or whatever he is and pedos, and I don't like lying scumbags. People who give money to 1% and say, screw me, who sit up there and talk that rhetoric about how it don't matter if your child is raised in a dysfunctional PTSD environment because they're shoved into ghettos around other desperate people who have no opportunity. He said that don't matter. Lock them up, throw away the key. That's who you say can unite me? Unite me with who exactly? And don't come up here telling me that you are an ally to me without doing your homework and knowing anything about the candidate who you think will align us together. Joe Biden raised $800,000 in one night. He's going to be a problem because he's going to have money because a lot of rich dummies and smart. They're not all dumb. But see, Joe is not a friend of working people. He talks that, but he's not. Look at his track record. Look what he's done. He's also not a friend of your rights. They put him in there because they think the whole America is racist. And there are a lot of racists in there. There are a lot of racist people in America. Joe Biden fits right in with them really well. His focus is not our focus. If you're a working person, I don't know what you got to do, what you're doing listening to Joe. He's an actor. Look at what he's done. Patriot Act, stripped your rights away. They can come get you tomorrow, don't even got to charge you. Iraq War, worst blunder in U.S. history. Joe Biden, right all over it, all supportive of it. Horrible, horrible candidate. Horrific candidate. And all I'm doing is giving you facts. All I'm doing is laying out his record. You think you're charged up now? Are you charged up now, guys? Are you? Are you feeling it? Are we on the same page? I know some people that you watch, some of these newscasters, I don't try to be Don Lemon. I've seen a lot of mild-mannered people. This is the time for passion to be exhibited. It is time for us to put up and shut up and fight for what's ours. We got to speak up and stand up. It's time for a revolution. It can't be done by one man. And we cannot afford to sit on our hands or to behave quietly, nicely, like good little boys and girls while we are walked to the gallows, while income inequality spreads. That's part of Joe Biden. That's what Joe Biden's been about. That's what he's helped get done. He's been a part of the inequality that we experienced. He's not a solution to the problem. He is the problem. But, hey, he reminds me of old times. You know, so does poison ivy, but I don't want it no more. Had it 3 times when I was a kid. Don't want it back just because I'm used to it. Just because it used to happen. Just because I've had it before don't mean it was good for me. Inequality, income inequality going like this. One group going up, other group going down. Richer getting richer, poor getting poorer. And you want to put in somebody who was a part of that? I think not. All right, so let's move on, guys, because I can stay there for a while. I think I've expressed myself enough on that. Joe Biden's raising a lot of money because your actresses and actors that you idolize don't give a damn really about what you're going through.